Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, a lot of people will be aware of the American singer slash rapper slash toucher upper of other people's children, P. Diddy. Quite an apt name, really. P. Diddy, really, isn't it? Well, Sean Combs, to give him his full name, is undergoing all these charges and investigations at the moment, currently in prison. Looks like he's been doing some pretty nasty stuff, and particularly to some underage people, allegedly. And now Jay-Z, as he's called, is also involved in this. But Jay-Z wants the case dismissed because otherwise he'll reveal the Jane Doe real name. That's not how this works, is it? But it does seem to be an awful lot of them involved with this, and it all seems to be very, very grubby and peedy. And there's a lot of American big, names in Hollywood and entertainment all seem to be tied up in this. It's no wonder so many of them are running away from Hollywood, saying it's Trump, it's not Trump, it's jail that they're running away from. But he is starting to come out and fight back. This is Jay-Z saying, "Oh well, look, I saw nothing. I wasn't involved in that." And yet the case has been allowed to go forward. Presumably, there's enough evidence to bring the case forward. No smoke without fire, I think. Excuse me. So that's number one. Now, on a completely unrelated matter, monks on Holy Island off the coast of Wales, have been subject to an investigation as well, because more than 50 children were subjected to abuse, excuse me, sex abuse, or even ARD by these monks. And the monks themselves refuse to give their real names because they say they've taken holy orders, and they only will give their holy order names. And then a lot of them change their names or swap names. Now, these are Trappist monks. They're not supposed to talk. Well, let me tell you, they better start talking or heads will roll. Caldy Abbey. It's got this small community of monks. It receives 60,000 visitors a year, and it uses the money from that to help pay for their bills. I think these monks are about to find out what true poverty is, and I do hope a lot of them get locked up. Mind you, for them it'd be quite the same, a little home from home, isn't it? They live in cells, but now they're in cells. Hey. And finally, on the same sort of subject, a married former BBC News anchor who paid for young children to strip for him in online video streams, is jailed for 8 years. And no, it's not Hugh Edwards. It's another one. It's the BBC, and we have another peed at the BBC. His name is Duncan Bartlett. He's a married ex-Tokyo correspondent, and he asked the children and their parents about their schoolwork as he directed them to carry out acts on screen a court heard. Funny. He's not the big head, in the BBC, at the head, BBC headquarters. So he gets 8 years for this. Meanwhile, if your name's Hugh Edwards, you walk off scot-free. What's the difference? Who knows? This is Britain today, filled with peds, isn't it? I mean, the BBC is basically the biggest ped centre in this country. It needs to be closed down and cleaned out like the Aegean stables because it's filled with filth. Thank you very much. Moving on to the next video. Speak soon. Bye.